So allow me to make a prediction here in my prediction stuff. I'm not Polymarket, I'm not Kalshi, but I'm pretty good at predictions. And my prediction here is that everything that the media is now going to say about Iran's going to close the Strait of Hormuz and energy prices are going to go crazy and all these, none of this is going to come to pass. I think the way you can look at this, I haven't heard anyone else say this, but this seems to me to be the war to end all wars. You don't end a war, or you don't end a potential war by saying, well, I don't like war. War's not good. I don't like war, because you know what? They might bring war to you. Gas prices are coming down and will continue to come down. If the United States wants to keep the Strait of Hormuz open, which it does, and Donald Trump said we'll escort ships through if we have to, it's going to stay open. We've taken out something like 80% of the ballistic missiles. They are basically out of missiles. They're just firing random stuff. Then they maybe have 18-19% of the ballistic missiles. Like, as I said earlier, they have no more ballistic missiles, so they can shoot all sorts of different things. Did they really think this thing through? They probably did, because now we have access to all of that Venezuelan oil. And as there's a war now raging in the Middle East, perhaps we need a little bit of that Venezuelan oil, right? Maybe that makes the market stay a little more stable, which so far they are. As I said earlier, we now have Venezuelan oil, right? We also have access to Venezuelan oil. We also now have access to Venezuelan oil. So we also have access to all that Venezuelan oil. We're now controlling much of the Venezuelan oil. We also have access to Venezuelan oil, so that can calm the markets down. So now I want to show you this is the leader of the Iranian opposition. He has been in exile. His name is Reza Pahlavi. We have shown you videos of him before. He's the eldest son of the former Shah of Iran, and he likely is the next leader of Iran. This is the guy that, by all accounts, when this war ends, will go in and he will be the leader. And again, it will be different. Just remember.
What about Reza Pahlavi?
He said nothing when President Trump said, I'm going to erase your civilization. He said nothing when he said, I'm going to send Iran back to the Stone Age. In 2,500 years of Iranian history, there's not a single Iranian king who has invited invasion of their country.
It sounds like the Kurds are starting to enter the country with arms to help the people take out the last vestiges of the IRGC. There's a lot of good things happening. And when you take out Khomeini, and you take out his number 2 and his number 3 and his number 4 and his number 37 and his number 42, then suddenly the next guy's going, it's a little hot in here. And then people start behaving a little bit differently. This is Iranians, and you can hear they are chanting Bibi June, Bibi Netanyahu. In Iran, they are chanting praise for Benjamin Netanyahu. So you really have to understand what's happening right now is just unbelievably different than all of the wars of the past. And Donald Trump is different. How does it make sense if Iran is such the good guy in all of this, that they're being attacked, and their response, yes, they are attacking Israel, and it's quite a heavy attack. We'll show you some video on that in a second. But their response is also to attack about 9 other largely Arab Muslim nations. Doesn't that seem a little strange? What are they doing? They've plotted this war, this extraordinary war that will be studied for decades, right? For decades, they will study how this incredible war took place. Contrary to what Chris Hayes said, they are hitting oil refineries, they are hitting critical infrastructure, they are hitting regime strongholds. So we are hitting critical infrastructure. We are damaging the regime, so hopefully the people will be able to take over their countries. Now, the question is, if you're going to hit power plants and you're going to hit civilian infrastructure and things of that nature, how do you make sure it's not going to harm the people, but just the regime? What Trump is showing right now, and again, this gets to you gotta trust this guy who's been right about most things and directionally right about virtually everything and hyper competent. And then he laid out plans with incredible people like Hegseth and Rubio and all the way down to do this thing basically in 15 days. It will be looked back as a military marvel what we did in basically 30 days, right? Because obviously the main thing right now is, we're about day 40 into the war, which is on temporary hiatus. Guys, try to imagine if we had Joe Biden as president right now. Try to imagine if we had Kamala Harris. Pick a Democrat, or actually even pick general run-of-the-mill Republican, we would be doing all of the same wrong things. Much of this has to do with China, right? But as I have said for the 40 freaking days of this thing, I think this had way more to do with Donald Trump looking at the globe, looking at what's going on with China, and realizing this is America's last chance to remain the one superpower, right? Like just the isolationist, I'm anti-war. Well, someone may want war on you. So in some sense, the people who want war, it's not because they actually want war, it's because it's a threat to stop war, right? And when we have a Department of War that is not looking for war, but will perform war when necessary, then we are going to do it at the maximum level of competency. And that is exactly what we have done here. Iran was obviously a threat. Now, interestingly, Kent used the word imminent in there, which is one of the words that they keep using. And it's like, do you wait for a threat to be imminent and more dangerous, or do you take out the threat before? I mean, just kind of think it through. When they talk about an imminent threat, it wasn't that they were going to get nukes tomorrow, although they were enriching higher than they were supposed to. It was that they were going to have a better defense system and better offensive capabilities to make any ability to stop them from getting nukes that much more dangerous. What would be an imminent threat would be too late at that point. If you only went in when it was imminent, meaning tomorrow they're ready to nuke Europe or do God knows what, you have to do it beforehand. Am I lying to you? Is anything I've said on the show today a lie?